So today I'll be doing an exterior and interior overview. Not quite a full review, but just an overview to give you an idea of what the Outback Wilderness is like. This particular model, again, a Canadian trim level. They only come one way when it comes to the different trim levels in Canada. And this one in particular is the Subaru Outback Wilderness Edition. You've probably seen the Wilderness Edition in a Forester, the Outback, and the Crosscheck as well. But the Outback was actually the original one to have the Wilderness logo. So it's different in a few ways. So let's start top to bottom and then front to back. So on the top right here, these crossbars are rated to hold about 3 times the weight of the regular crossbars on an Outback. Unfortunately, they don't have the crossbars that fold out from the roof rails like the other Outbacks do, but these are rated for heavier loads and specifically a rooftop tent. That's what these roof rails were designed for. So that's one difference right there. They also have these hooks right here, which other Outbacks don't. That's to strap whatever on the top. So a couple of hooks right here. Other than that, you can tell that the car, you may be able to tell that the car rides a little higher off of the ground. So instead of the usual 8.7 inches of ground clearance, we actually have 9.5. So 9.5 inches of ground clearance in the Outback Wilderness. We also have much more aggressive tires than the usual. So these are Yokohama Geolanders, all-terrain tires. You can see a very nice aggressive tread. These are also rated for for winter conditions. It's got the mud and snow designation, as well as the snowflake in the mountain right here. So with these, you can be really confident in the snow, and you can use this tire all year round. So that's one awesome advantage of the Wilderness. Underneath, let's see if we can actually see it. We also have a couple of guards right here. We have a rear differential underguard. Not sure. You may be able to see it right there. This guards the rear differential just to give you extra protection. And going to the front, I can show you the engine underguard. So that's right under the bumper. Right here, this is an aluminum engine underguard to protect from any rocks or any obstacles you might be going over. We also have this style of fog lights, 2 hooks on the front as opposed to the usual single hook. So that's for a tow hook. So that's another difference from our other models. And the Outback Wilderness also has this little sticker right here to prevent glare. So if you're doing some off-roading, this helps to take away some of that glare. Actually, you can see it quite well here. You can see a lot of glare here, a lot of reflection, and really not much here on this matte surface. Now, other than that, now going front to back, some of the differences from a regular Outback is this Wilderness model has a front camera. So the front camera right there. It's got our standard LED steering responsive headlights. So that's a standard feature now. We also have the eyesight safety system. So that does autonomous emergency braking, lane keep assist, as well as adaptive cruise control. We've got the badges on the sides and the back, as you saw. This sort of orange metallic or copper colored lettering. Blacked out badges in the back. 2 tow hook locations in the back. And now to show the interior, let's go to the driver's side here. I'll also show you the lights. Let me unlock the car. All right, so there's our daytime running lights and our LED headlights. I'll show you what it looks like in the back, and then we'll jump in to see the differences on the inside. So that's that. The Wilderness trim level comes with synthetic leather seats. Not real leather, but synthetic leather. In the US, this material is called StarTex material. In Canada, we just call it soft touch all-weather material. It does have the Subaru Wilderness insignia right here. And these seats are very comfortable, very soft to the touch. It's a thicker material, and it's supposed to behave similarly to leather. But for the fact that it's 100% waterproof. So unlike leather that might crinkle over time if it's damp or gets water on it, this will not. You can take a damp rag and clean these surfaces very easily. And as you can see, it is reinforced on the sides right here and right here. It does have this orange stitching in the Wilderness trim level. And I hope you guys are getting a good view of it right here. So the entire car is outfitted with this type of material, which is great if you're doing some off-roading. Another thing that I like about the Outback Wilderness is it already comes with Wilderness rubber mats. So you don't have to spend extra for rubber mats. It already comes with them. And again, you have your Wilderness insignia right there. Even on the doors, you got a little, you got a few reminders that you bought the Wilderness. Little tag right here, the orange stitching right there. And on the shifter and steering wheel, we also have these bronze accents. To engage the front view camera, we have the button right here. So when you're driving, you can press this. If you're off-roading, you can see what's in front or what's just under you, like a rock or something like that. Or if you're in a parking lot situation, you can get really close to, you know, a car in front of you or a wall or what have you. Let's close the door. All right, another cool thing that I want to show is this right here. So when you start the car or you get into the car, you get this very cool little video. Subaru Wilderness, just so that there's no mistake. I'll turn on the electronics here. Let's see what it all looks like. So in the Wilderness, you're getting these orange rings around the tachometer. You also get the dark headliner, which if you've seen my other videos, I really like as well. We have it on the Crosstrek Onyx as well. All other Outbacks will have a lighter type of material, but this has the dark headliner, which I love. I know it's not for everyone, but that's how it is. Everything else, I'm sure you may have seen in other videos. It's the same screen as some of our other cars, including the new Crosstrek. So I won't spend much time on that. Really, I just wanted to go over the differences between the usual Outback and this Wilderness trim level. So again, the mats, the accents right here, the front view camera. Another thing I should mention, this just came to me. The engine is actually the same engine as the other Outback Wildernesses. Or sorry, the other Outbacks. But the Outback Wilderness has a different transmission. It's got different gearing on it, as well as a transmission cooler. But because of these different gear ratios and a different final drive, I believe it's a 4.4 final drive ratio, because of that stuff, you actually get better acceleration with the Wilderness than our other Outback with the turbo engine. So this will be faster than a Limited XT, Premier XT, only slightly, but you do get better acceleration, which also translates to better off-road capability. When you need that torque, it's there right away. This car is also a pretty capable tower. It can tow up to 3,500 pounds. That's how it was rated on the Canadian model. All right, so we'll leave that be. And last thing that I wanted to show is actually in the back. So we're gonna go ahead and open the trunk and see what it looks like in the back. This right here is to open the trunk, but what we're gonna try is we're gonna try to use the hands-free sensor. So with this And with this button in this outside position, as it is right now, we should be able to open the trunk hands-free. So in order to do that, we simply block this Subaru logo. We wait for sound, just like that. We step back, and the tailgate opens. So on the Wilderness, we also have a unique trunk liner, so a cargo tray that says Subaru Wilderness. The rest of the spacing here and the size and the different configurations would be the same as all other Outbacks. But specifically the cargo tray here is different. And another feature that is most welcome if you're off-roading would be the full-size spare tire. This is one of the only Subarus that has this feature, and probably one of very few vehicles in the market that has a full-size spare tire. So this spare tire has the exact same Geolander tire as on the car, as well as the same exact rim. So the rim and the tire is exactly what you see on the outside of the car. Subaru gives us a little handy hook right here. If you're working about on your car on your own, that's quite useful. This is the back seat. Again, dimension-wise, this would be the same as all of our other Outback series. But again, you can see the synthetic leather on the inside here. The Outback in general, whether you go for the Wilderness or the non-Wilderness, is a very comfortable place to be. It's almost feels like a limo in the back here. Although I haven't been in a limo for a long time, so I might be wrong. But you do have heated seats in this Canadian spec'd out version, as well as the USBs right here. You have a USB-C and a traditional USB. You have vents, and these seats right here, I don't know if you can tell, but they can recline, so it's a 60-40 split. You can probably tell this little portion is closer to me. It's less reclined than this one, and so you can recline them a little more forward, a little bit more backwards, and that's with a little handle that we have here on the side, right there. It's probably very hard to see in the video, but that's about all. So that concludes my overview of the Outback Wilderness. Let me know if I missed something. Ask questions if you have any. I'll make sure to comment below and answer your questions. I might do a driving video someday, but for now, this concludes it. 2023 Outback Wilderness.